Hi, my name is Sophia, but for a whole year, everyone called me Anna. I know what you're probably thinking. Why would anyone give up private jets, designer clothes, and a mansion for crowded buses, instant noodles, and school lunches? The answer? I wanted to find out who I really was without my family's money. See, I've always been that girl. The rich one. The one everyone whispered about in hallways, invited to parties just to say they knew her. People treated me like I was royalty, but no one actually knew me. And honestly, I felt like a prisoner in a golden cage. So when I turned 16, I did something crazy. I joined a top-secret program my family funded, something meant to study what it's like to live a normal life. Yeah, like an actual social experiment. I got a new name, a new look, fake documents, and I moved in with a regular middle-class host family who had no idea who I really was. And the craziest part? I loved it. For the first time ever, I wasn't the rich girl. I washed dishes, rode the 6 a.m. bus, ate cafeteria food. I made real friends. I laughed until my stomach hurt, and I fell in love with a boy named Leo. But there was just one tiny, massive problem. I lied to everyone, and when the truth finally came out, everything fell apart. At first, it was easy to lie. I mean, no one suspected that a billionaire's daughter would ever step foot in a public school. But as the days turned into weeks and weeks into months, that lie started to eat me alive. Every time my host mom, Carla, hugged me like I was her own. Or when Leo walked me home under the rain just to make sure I was safe, I felt like the worst person on earth. I had everything back home. Chefs, drivers, a closet bigger than most people's bedrooms. And here I was, pretending I struggled, just so I could find myself. But I didn't want to stop, because for the first time in my life, I felt real. I joined the drama club, helped at the school cafeteria. I even started tutoring younger kids in math, and I was good at it. People liked me. Anna was kind. Anna was fun. Anna was humble. But Anna wasn't real. And eventually, someone started asking questions. Leo noticed I always avoided talking about my past. Carla once asked why there were calluses on my hands, then laughed and said I must have worked in construction. I laughed too, but deep down, I knew it was only a matter of time before my secret exploded. The breaking point came on a Thursday. It was just a normal day, until it wasn't. Leo and I were sitting in the library, working on a group project. He leaned over, looked me in the eyes, and said, "Anna, who are you, really?" I laughed, tried to brush it off, but he didn't. You flinch every time someone asks about your past. Your phone is too expensive for someone on a school stipend. And once, I saw your name on a package. It said Sophia. My stomach dropped. I wanted to tell him. God, I wanted to. But all I said was, "You're imagining things." He looked at me like I'd slapped him. The next day, he was distant. The day after that, he didn't talk to me at all. And then, Carla got a phone call. It was from my real mother. I don't know how she found me. Maybe she'd hired a private investigator, or maybe the company lost track of my file. But she was furious, yelling so loudly over the phone that Carla didn't even need to put it on speaker. "Do you have any idea who that girl is? She's been living a fantasy, and you're helping her lie to the entire world." I was shaking. Carla's eyes filled with tears. She looked at me like I was a complete stranger. And just like that, the illusion shattered. I tried to explain everything to Carla. I told her the truth about the program, my real identity, even the reason I did it. She just stared at me. "You lied to us. You used us." That hit harder than any slap. She didn't yell. She didn't cry. She just quietly walked out of the room. Later that night, I packed my things. I was supposed to stay for another 2 months, but I couldn't face them anymore. When I left, no one said goodbye. I thought that was the worst of it, but I was wrong. Back at the mansion, my parents didn't welcome me home. They interrogated me. "Do you have any idea how bad this makes us look? We're billionaires. We can't have our daughter running off to pretend she's some kind of peasant." I was stunned. "What about what I want?" I asked. My father laughed. "You want to flip burgers for the rest of your life? Grow up." That's when I realized. They didn't care about me, only their image. I locked myself in my room that night and cried harder than I ever had before. But the worst was still coming, because Leo had already started telling people who I really was. And by Monday, the entire school knew. The moment I walked into school, everyone went silent. People stared, whispered, pointed. I caught Carla's daughter, the one who used to call me her sister from another mister, glaring at me like I'd committed a crime. I tried to find Leo. When I did, he wouldn't even look at me. "You lied to all of us," he said. "Were we just part of your little poverty experiment?" I wanted to scream that it wasn't like that I cared, that it had all been real, at least for me. But what could I say? He was right. In the next class, a meme of me had already gone viral in the group chat. A side-by-side photo of me in my school hoodie, and then in some old photo someone found online, wearing a gown at a tech gala, smiling next to my billionaire parents. Caption: "From rags to riches to liar." I wanted to sink into the floor. Every friendship I'd built, gone. Every smile I'd earned, fake now. By lunch, I was eating alone in the bathroom. I thought about dropping out, about disappearing, going back to luxury, and pretending the last year never happened. But something in me refused. I'd earned those friendships. I'd worked for that life. Even if it was built on a lie, the feelings were real. So I did something my old self would never have done. I stood up in the middle of the cafeteria, alone, and said, "Yeah, I lied. I did pretend to be someone I'm not. But it was never about mocking you guys. It was about finding myself." Some laughed. Some rolled their eyes. But I saw a few people stop scrolling. I told them everything, the truth, the project, my regrets. And then I said, "I get it if you never want to talk to me again. But I'm not running. I'm not hiding. I'll finish this year here. And if you don't want me here, I'll eat alone. That's fine." I sat down and waited. After a few minutes, someone walked over. It was Carla's daughter. She didn't say anything, just sat across from me. Then another, and another. By the end of lunch, I wasn't alone anymore. After that day, things didn't magically go back to normal. Some people still avoided me. Some never forgave me. But others started to see me differently. As someone who messed up and was trying to fix it, I doubled down on school, helped organize events, tutored younger students, spent weekends volunteering with Carla's family at the community center. And slowly, I started becoming the person I had pretended to be. Not because I had to, but because I wanted to. Leo still wouldn't talk to me, until one afternoon I saw him outside school, struggling to fix his bike. I walked up, handed him a wrench, and said, "You don't have to say anything. I just wanted to help." He looked at me for a moment, then smiled. "Still can't believe Anna was Sophia all along," he said. "But I guess Anna was always more real than Sophia ever was." That was the first time I cried in front of him. Leo and I talked for hours that night, about trust, pain, and second chances. I didn't expect him to forgive me, but he said something that stuck with me. "You were honest when it mattered. That counts." After that, others followed. Carla's daughter invited me over to study. One of the teachers told me she was proud of my turnaround. Even random classmates started saying hi again in the halls. I still felt guilty, but the weight was lighter now. Then one evening, Carla called me into the living room. She had tears in her eyes, and something in her hand. A letter. "It's from your parents," she said quietly. I froze. It had been months since I'd heard from them. I opened it with shaking hands. It wasn't long. Just a note saying, "We're pulling you out. The project is over. We're sending the jet next week." I didn't even read the rest. I just sat there, staring at the paper like it was on fire. They wanted me back, but I wasn't sure I wanted them. I didn't respond to the letter. Not right away. A week passed. Then another. No jet came. Instead, my parents showed up. In person. At Carla's house. I was in my pajamas eating cereal when I heard the knock. And there they were, in full billionaire fashion. Tailored suits, chauffeur in the car, bodyguards waiting by the gate. My mom didn't even wait for me to speak. "You've had your little adventure, Sophia. Let's go." But I didn't move. Carla stepped between us. "She's not a product you can take off a shelf," she said. "She's a person, and she belongs here now." My dad looked at her like she was insane. "We created this experiment. She signed a contract. A contract. Of course. To them, this was all business. But to me, this was the first time I felt human. I'm not going with you, I said quietly. They froze. You're not serious, my mom said. Oh, I am, I replied. I was your daughter. But now I'm just me. My parents left without saying goodbye. And honestly, I cried after they drove away. But they weren't tears of regret. They were tears of release. For the first time, I had chosen myself. I stayed with Carla until the end of the school year. Graduated with my class. Even gave a speech at the ceremony. You don't need money to know who you are. You need people who see you when you have nothing to offer. It got a standing ovation. Later, Leo gave me a handmade bracelet. So you never forget who you were when you were Anna. I still wear it. A few months later, I got a message from my mom. No apology. Just a photo of my old room. Empty. She said, you can come back whenever you stop pretending. I didn't answer. Because I wasn't pretending anymore. I was Anna. And I was free. If you made it this far, you're officially part of the secret club. Like, seriously, not everyone gets to see behind the mask, you know? So if you enjoyed the story, leave a like, share it with someone dramatic, and subscribe for more twists, feels, and chaos. Who knows? Maybe next time, Anna will be watching from the comments. See you in the next episode of Ruby's Secret Files.